Hello YouTube, your boy is back today with another video, and honestly, I don't think this video is going to be much of a pleasant one. Honestly, I really don't think so. It's really, what I might say might be very negative, and people might take this the wrong way, but I'll try to phrase it in a way that people will not take it in the wrong way. In case you honestly want to know something, the police and the judicial system in this country is kind of corrupt. Honestly, like, sometimes they don't take your cases too seriously. Sometimes they just kind of like shove you off to the side like you're nothing. And what I'm talking about basically is they don't. I'll recount a story from last year or a year before that. I can't remember because it's morning. My brain does not function until like 12 p.m. But anyways, I'll recount the story. I mean, I might not remember a lot, but I do remember how this happened. So I was walking with my friend throughout my neighborhood. I'm not gonna say where I live, so I'll just refer to it as the neighborhood. So the neighborhood, basically, it's not a hood neighborhood. I actually live in a very quiet, nice area, even though there is a couple of sketchy areas around here. But anyways, back to the story. So my friend, we were walking. My friend, we were in the back of the neighborhood of where I live, and all of a sudden, like a police car from my town just randomly decided to pull up and just randomly said that we were possibly wanted in the neighborhood or whatever, or my friend was. And I'm very involved in the neighborhood. Like, I focus in on a lot of stuff because I'm just that kind of person. So I just told the police officer, just hi, how are you doing? He said good, and he said your friend might be wanted. And I said, and me and him were both like, what the fuck? They said he was wanted for like assault or whatever. I don't even fucking remember at this point. And my friend is, I'm not gonna say his name either because I don't want him to receive any well, threats or whatever on his social media. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm not even gonna say his name. So my friend told him, saying like, I'm not wanted. I didn't even do anything. That's what basically what he said. So the police officer he didn't even say his name. He just came up to him and just basically tried to grab him, basically. And my friend just sort of like backed away a little bit because I don't even remember anymore, honestly. But he just tried to grab him, and it just escalated from there. It just escalated from there. The officer kept saying that he was resisting him and just stuff like that. I just told him, no, he ain't resisting you because he's not wanted. That's why he's backing away from you, bro. That's why I told him. And the officer just snapped at me. He just said, like, you ain't even involved. Like, why don't you go home or whatever? Honestly, I fucking lost it right after that. I told him, I said, no, I'm not going home. You can kiss my ass. I'm not doing anything of that nature. And he just said fine. I mean, just it was one officer. There's not two like there usually is. There's just one this time. I don't know why. He said he told me he looked like a criminal that he wanted or whatever. And I told him, I said, sir, he ain't even put on neighborhood watch. I don't even know why you're upset. you know. So the officer still tried to grab him, etc., etc. And sort of, I personally lost it at him. I told, so I told him, I said, why don't you go back to the police station or whatever? Just, he tried asking both of us our names. I told him, I told him, like, clearly, I'm not giving my name to you. And the reason why I did that is because I have a feeling that he was discriminating against my community somehow. So, because that was really out of the nature for that to happen. And plus, the way he was talking, it sounded very weird. Like, he was not talking like normally, basically. Like how a police officer normally would to a person. So I asked him, I said, what is really going on, sir? That's why I asked him. He said, he kept sticking to his story, like, no, nothing, So that honestly pissed me off because I wanted to know the actual reason why he was here. So I just kept telling him, sir, what is actually going on right now? So he kind of lost it, honestly. He really did. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. Just trying to remember what he said. Because he just kept telling me to go back home. I told him. So my other friend also suffers from autism, so he's a little bit more confused than I am sometimes. So I just kept pressing at him. I just kept saying, "No, we're not going home. Me and my friend are going together. I don't care what you say. We're going together." That's why. So I told the police officer about my friend. He actually said, "I don't give a fuck." That's what he said. So if there's any people that are... So then we eventually just ran home because we didn't want to deal with him. He tried to chase us a little bit, but he just eventually left. I flipped him off as he left through the back of his mirror, and I shouted a lot of slurs at him, basically. Not racial slurs, because I'm not racist, but I just shouted a lot of stuff, basically. So yeah, basically the moral of the story is sometimes I don't really trust the police as I once did, or feel a little safe, because after that whole experience with them. So I guess, yes, fuck the police at a certain extent, because they need to do better with their systems, clearly. And honestly, I'll be honest here, this statement might get me canceled, and personally, it might. But honestly, if they charged the school shooter recently with life, he's like, I just want to release a statistic here. He's like the youngest shooter in history. It's a shame he's getting charged as an adult, because I don't agree with that. Honestly, I don't.
Chris?
Yeah?
What you doing?
Nothing?
You got Joe in here?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, some miscommunication there. I didn't tell my family I was recording, because I forgot. But, oh my god. But yeah. Honestly, the judicial system here is kind of corrupt. They don't give a... They probably don't even give a flying rat's ass who they charge. This bald-ass judge that's fucking charging this boy is probably... literally does not care. Honestly, release this boy from jail. He has a bad life, and I can relate to that because I have friends that have bad lives. And I can understand. So, sign my petition today at ipetitions.org. It's called Release Appalachia Shooter... what was it called? Release Shooter from Winder from jail or whatever. I forget what it was called. But, please, I'm begging you, please sign my petition today. I'll put a post on the YouTube. And I just really hope that we can just sort of get past this whole experience. So if there's anyone here that's not from the United States and comes here, my best advice is try not, if you want to commit a crime, honestly, try not to get arrested, honestly, because especially if you're not white. I'm just saying that as a fact. They don't give a shit. They will discriminate you because that's all they do. Because that's how corrupt this system is. Because that's how That's how stupid they are in law enforcement. They shouldn't even be alive. Like, sometimes I feel like they're just degenerates at this point. Honestly, I really do. But anyways, just try not to get arrested. I mean, I can call them out so many more times at this point. They're just fucking bullies and badges that shouldn't even be alive. They just want to get their job done because they just want to get money, etc., etc. That's all they care about. That's really all they care about. It's really annoying. But anyways, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I will post in probably a couple of hours, or who knows. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I just hope you'll have a really great day if I don't post anymore today. Anyways, have a great night. Day.